This is Byron and Nicole White, and you are tuned into episode 217 of The Real Word.
Word is up.
All right, let's jump right into this topic, Nicole. This racket
Total racket.
snuck up on me. Did you know anything about this,
I
that
knew
this was going
nothing.
on?
I knew nothing about it. It's interesting though because I still haven't heard anything about it. It slid right into my email. Good old Realtor magazine,
At least it didn't slide into your
email.
DM.
Didn't slide into my DM. Not much slides into my DM, but yeah, it's interesting though because I still haven't heard. Have you even heard anything about it? I've sent you the
No.
article. I mean, it's been like such hush hush.
I'm curious if anyone's MLS or local board has started to talk about this. So in the comments, let us know. NAR is urging a Supreme Court review on protection for use of floor plans. What that means is a U.S. District Court had ruled in favor of the real estate companies, concluding that a statutory defense shielding the creation of pictures or other pictorial representations of architectural works covered floor plans. The appeals court disagreed that the law extended to floor plans and vacated the district court's ruling. So looks like there's a debate in the courts going on right now on whether or not floor plans should be allowed in the use of selling residential real estate. NAR and a number of other real estate companies, Realtor.com's on board. They are pushing back against this. So hat off to NAR lobbying to get this.
Right, staying ahead of it.
Yeah, staying ahead of it, because I'll just be very clear on where I stand. If you've watched this show in the past, you know, I believe 100% of residential listings in America should have floor plans as well as professional photography when selling the home. 100%. It's going to be really hard for me to see a day. Everybody's talking about the freaking metaverse and all this crap, and buying houses sight unseen is going to become normal. You know, all this technology. If the court isn't even going to let a simple floor plan be used in the sale of the home, we are a long way away from touring homes, in some other world, or buying homes sight unseen, folks. We are decades from that if we can't wrap our minds around floor plans.
Well, again, this is a little different than the metaverse because it sounds like it's some sort of architecture.
It's way different.
Design
this is
works, homes.
Pictures.
They're claiming that it's a violation of copyright. So what I'm assuming probably happened here is that they designed a home. The home was built, and then probably somebody got the floor plan to list it. And they probably, again, we're hoping that maybe the agent would come to them and they'd be able to charge the agent to get the actual copy of a floor plan. I didn't even see this coming. But again, I guess it's also because we're in an area, though, where there's not a lot of development, and you're lucky to even have an A2 survey of the property, let alone the architect still alive to give you an actual floor plan of a property. But yeah, it's bonkers.
The copywriting definitely does change it. But what I'm saying is, if when you're a home shopper, if you can't see the floor plan through just a picture floor plan or some type of Matterport, 3D imagery, is a Matterport 3D copyright infringement? Isn't that just technically a floor plan? It does create a static floor plan in those Matterports. Right. To me, I don't want to set a showing on a home if I don't already understand the floor plan. The American Property Owners Alliance, which joined in the brief, cited its own data showing that 89% of respondents strongly agree homeowners should be able to create a floor plan of their home anytime they want, and select whomever they want to fulfill that task. It's their home. I would agree with that. Now, in marketing the home, Nicole, I think we should have a disclaimer on these floor plans. This is an estimation.
Well,
this
most of
may
them,
not be accurate.
I believe, do.
Most of them do. I believe the ones that we use, In
Yes,
Connecticut do.
because they are not overly accurate. I mean, there's literally just someone pointing and giving you sort of a
But
roundabout
it's
size of a room for
but
sure.
it's nice for the buyer to know, okay, the
Absolutely.
kitchen is off the
Yep.
living
Yep.
room.
Yep.
It's not off a
Or
freaking bedroom.
this is my bed wall. This is like my queen size bed will 100% fit on this wall with my end tables, and there's the room for the piano because we always have to have a room for the piano.
It is a safe bet that most Americans would be startled to hear they could be sued for copyright infringement for making floor plans of their home, their
Own of
own
their
home.
own home.
Coalition members said in the
Own
brief, adding
home.
that the ruling threatens to severely limit property rights. Even setting aside litigious home designers, the decision opens up a new hunting ground for enterprising copyright trolls. The brief cited one such company that has filed more than 100 copyright infringement suits based on floor plans over the last decade or so. So I'm definitely not in favor of this. Love to know if you're using floor plans on your listings, if you believe uh, that this will go through. I want to know if
Or
anybody's boards or MLSs is already cautioning
Yep,
you on
yep.
using floor plans. Love to know that all in the comments.
Or if you've come up against this, clearly there is an agent or multiple agents that must have they must have been sued. I mean, this is like
Yeah, have you been sued for this?
I mean, could you even imagine? I mean, because then are you going after the photographer too or the
It
company that's doing the floor plans? I mean, woo, this is a can of worms.
I mean, let's put up I believe Bobby has access to some of the floor plans we use on listings. Just throw a couple of these floor plans up. It's very helpful for me to
Yeah,
not have to just, as a buyer, home shopper, flip through photos and guess the layout of the home. If it's off by a little bit and I'm that concerned, I can check the town square footage. I can also have somebody come in and do a real architectural floor plan, in my due diligence process. But before I ever go and step foot in the home, I'd like to know what it feels like in terms of the layout, how
right.
it's set up. Because if I'm looking for something very specific,
Yeah.
first floor
Mhm. Yep.
bedroom,
Yep.
or
A
I
room for
want
your
all the
piano.
bedrooms together. I want them on one side of the house
Mhm.
because of kids or whatever the situation is. I want to actually know that before I waste my time and drive over there. Again, I believe 100% of your listings should include a floor plan.
Mhm.
uh, Obviously there's some Supreme Court rulings trying to stop that. Love your opinions on that. This is a big time racket as far as
Big
I'm
time
concerned.
racket. Good old realtor
racket
mag coming through.
Racket number 2.
Mhm.
New York Times reports, amongst others. Nicole, I think, sent me the NPR article, then quickly texted me the ABC News article. She said, "No, I'm not reading NPR."
I was like, "Ruh-roh. That was the
Uh,
wrong move."
so it's reported all over the place. We're,
It
we're
is
just going to go off
everywhere.
of this New York Times. Will a ban on foreign real estate buyers lower house prices? Our neighbor to the north, oh, Canada,
Yeah?
banning the foreign buyers. Let's go. What are your thoughts on this, Nicole? Here's what's going on.
Please.
They rolled out a new budget. I
Mhm.
think we've got a new budget coming up, if I'm not mistaken, too, here in the US of A. But they rolled out their budget,
Mhm.
and among the many budget members to make housing more affordable, I
Mhm.
believe, side note here, Nicole,
Mhm. Yep.
that housing in our budget talk for sure, it's going to take a big part of the budget. I mean, not a big part, but it's gonna take its place at the table in the budget talk. But
Mhm.
when we have these midterm elections coming up
Yep.
in November of
Mhm.
this year,
Yep.
I think housing is going to be a big topic for those running. You have a lot of these state elections.
Yeah.
I think housing is going to be a big topic in that. So
Mhm.
among the many budget measures in Canada to make housing more affordable is a 2-year ban on sales to foreign buyers. There right now, details are scarce. I've
Yeah, because it's
scoured
because
a
this one's saying foreign investors.
Mhm.
So, is again, I mean, you're saying buyers because it's like if I get relocated to Canada, am I considered then like a foreign
You'd be a foreign
investor?
buyer, yeah. What would you be buying there? Are you relocating there? Are you getting residency? So if you're buying something here, it's really an investment property. Even if it's a second
Right.
home, vacation home, it's an investment. You'd be an investor.
Yeah.
I would imagine, right?
If I well, yeah, I guess if I didn't if I but I mean, I could so if I declare residency there, but not
And
become
I don't know how
a
that works. I don't know how they would let you.
yeah,
I
I
don't know
don't
if they
even
would
I
let you
don't
in.
no? I
I'm not
mean,
sure of that. I'm not. I
it's
can't
quite
say that you.
possible.
I
I think
can't grant you
I'm only here
residency.
because I was born here, so,
Yeah. My point is, I have no control over them
0
letting you
control.
in.
And if
Over
you
the two
did
Over the 2 years, if I did have control, yeah, I'd ship your ass out for sure. Over the 2 years ending in February, the average house price increased by more than 51% to 868,400 Canadian dollars, according
Mhm,
to the Canadian Real Estate Association. Among the wide array of budget proposals aimed at making housing more affordable is this 2-year ban that will block most foreigners and non-Canadian companies from buying residential real estate in the country. That's an interesting one. If there's a company headquartered in the U.S. and they're expanding into Canada, they can't buy a building. I guess that's what they mean by that. The
it's
idea that
okay,
no, go ahead.
go ahead. No, 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 keep
The
going.
idea that foreign money has helped push up prices in markets like Vancouver and Toronto. Love to hear from our boy Matt Leonetti on what the feeling is in Toronto on this. Has been around for some time and has become a hot political issue. We're not going to get into the
No.
politics of this.
Nope.
Uh, there have been efforts to discourage it. In 2016, British Columbia introduced a 15% tax on home and condo purchases by foreign buyers. We saw this proposed kind of in that 7-year thing we talked about in
Yep,
California.
yep.
Late last month, Ontario raised its own tax 20%. There was some thoughts on a 1-year tax, I think I saw. I also saw somewhere online, I was not able to verify this anywhere, that only 2% of buyers in Canada are foreign buyers. I wasn't able to find that. I think I saw it, like, in a comment section with
Mhm.
agents talking about this. Don't know if
Uh-huh.
that's true at all, so I'm just kind of throwing that out there. Um, the way to make housing affordable is to cut prices by 50%. Who the heck said this? A professor,
Mhm.
some professor living
I
in theory.
think
I don't know about that
I think that
professor.
if I were living in Canada right now, I'd be snatching up as many homes as possible and then marketing them for rent to all of these foreign invest I mean,
Well, a lot of times the foreign money wants to invest in another country for a variety of reasons, right? They see real estate as a place that they can have securely place their
right?
cash. It's kind of a way of getting into the currency without having to invest in Canadian dollars or USD. You just buy the real estate and you're hoping you're going to get more appreciation in real estate than you are
Of course.
in investing in the currency. What I'm So they're going to do this for 2 years. One, I'd love to know from everybody is, do you think that prices actually go down by just
Mhm.
banning foreign investors from engaging in an open real estate market? Obviously, it's not an open real estate market now that they're doing this.
Right.
And do you think this would be a good move in America? Do you think America, with our hot housing market, should do what Canada just did and ban foreign investors from buying residential real estate? Would that actually lower prices or would that just hurt the market? For Canada to do this, you better be certain that when the 2 years is up, your market is still humming along, that it's still very desirable for just Canadians, because you've basically now alienated other buyers by saying, "Hey, don't look at Canada as an option. They go find other options for the other 2 years. If you need those buyers back in 2, 3, 4 years,
Mhm.
you're gonna have to get down on your knees and beg them because 'cause they're gonna go have interest in other places. They may not
Right.
be interested in
In
Canada
Canada.
anymore."
Yeah.
So I think in that sense, it's a risk.
Yeah. Have you talked to Matt at all? I'm curious. Have you?
No, I haven't talked to Leonetti about this specifically.
Mhm.
Um, Talked to him about BAM, April 18th. Look out
Mm,
for that Monday, the BAM launch.
there it is. At
Uh,
byronlezine.com. Anything else there? No? You feel good about it?
no,
No? We're not
just
pushing
BAM.
byronlezine.com anymore. Okay.
Broke Agent Media. Go follow that on Instagram. There's
Okay.
something big coming this Monday. You'll see Nicole's face on there potentially.
Good. So you haven't obviously talked to Matt about that. I would be curious to hear what they're, again, if they're selling obviously real estate in Canada, what they think may or may not happen, or if
No,
they were
I'd love to hear from Matt on
if
this.
or if they were seeing a lot of foreign investors purchasing. So anyway.
Yep. And yeah, if you're from Canada, love to hear your thoughts on, will this have any impact? No big deal. What's everybody saying there? And if you're in America, would this be a good idea to lower prices here in the States? Would
Mhm.
you support that? All right. This marketeer of the week is wild.
Wild.
Wild card. Zillow gone wild.
I
Isn't
kind
that
of
a
loved
thing?
it though. And it's Zillow Gone Wild is not a thing. I think it's Girls Gone Wild.
No. There's an
Oh,
IG
is
account
there?
called Zillow Gone Wild. Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
see, I don't get
Good
out
guy.
much.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. But apparently you do. Girls Gone Wild. Tell me about that. What do you
What?
know? I've never heard of
Hello.
that, Nicole.
That's a lie.
That was you
That
order
was
the
like
tapes. Was
that
that
was
the
like 2
tapes?
yes, that was like
Yeah,
2000. Yeah. Yeah.
VCR.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, I'm
yeah.
certain it was a VCR. Yes.
Yes. Girls Gone Wild. Good days.
Mhm.
All right. I don't think you can say that anymore. You just got us canceled.
Girls Gone
At least
Wild?
you said it and I didn't say it. Yeah,
Yeah. All right.
yeah. All right.
Why can't you say that? Girls Gone Wild?
I don't know what you can say
If people
anymore.
don't know what it is, it means nothing.
Yeah. If
Anyway.
you're the
All
oldest
right.
millennial in the world, then you know what it means. All right,
All
so
right. So
the
back to Zillow.
marketeer is actually going to be the agent who pulled this off, who is Allison Mosley, Premier Sotheby's International Realty down in Winter Park, Florida. Okay, now I found this by a TikToker,
Yep.
a realtor at Trevor Brown Realtor is his TikTok handle. So we got a dual marketeer. So shout out to Trevor Brown. I think he's got 100K views on this. Trevor Brown Realtor. All right. So he references a listing in Winter Park, which is in his market, which is why he knew about it.
Mhm.
1220 North Park Ave, Winter Park, Florida. We'll put it up here, either the TikTok or the actual listing on Zillow, so you can see it if you're on YouTube.
This house was the talk of the town in Winter Park, Florida this week because on Wednesday, March 30th, it was listed for $100 million. Everybody in my office and around Winter Park, Florida, where we work, was talking about it, freaking out about it. They asked the listing agent if it was meant to be $10 million, and it was a typo, but they swore that it wasn't. It was also listed with only one photo. And so today, on April Fool's Day, as many of us expected, the price was decreased to about $16 million, or an 85% decrease from the original list price. So now the official MLS description says, April Fools, while this spectacular house is indeed on the market, it is not listed at $100 million. It's got a lot of realtors talking about it, so I can't be mad at the strategy from the listing agent, but let me know what you think.
It's a
Mhm.
7-bed, 7-bath, 12,745 square foot home. Well, this was listed at the end of March for $100 million.
100 million.
100 million. But then on April 1st, Nicole,
Yes.
the agent slashed the listing price, and you can see it in the TikTok, but not in the Zillow listing now, because I went back. They've scrubbed the Zillow listing, which, by the way, this home is still for sale.
It is.
It's still for sale. It has not gone under contract.
Ruh-roh. So maybe
But
she's not the marketeer of the week.
well, here, I'll tell you why she's the marketeer in a second. But on the TikTok, which he did a screenshot of what appears to be the Zillow to me, you see that it got lowered 84% to $15,986,000. And so then the remarks from this agent, they changed the public remarks on April Fool's Day
Yep.
to April Fools. No, this house is not actually listed for $100 million. And, here's the price, blah, blah, blah. If you go now to the actual list, they've changed the listing description again. So they've changed their listing description 3 times. The original one for 100 million,
100 million.
then the April Fool's one
April
on April
Fools.
1st,
Yep.
and now they have a new one,
Yep.
which says all proceeds from the sale of the home owned by the sellers in excess of $12 million will be donated to the University of Central Florida. And it goes on to like give the background of these sellers, the original owners, blah, blah, blah. Like it goes into all kinds of weird stuff that I don't think any buyer gives a crap about.
Right. They
So,
want to know, is there marble or is there
right.
granite? Or
Yeah, I don't,
is there a master bath or
you're going to have a hard time finding a buyer that wants to pay you, for the house and actually also cares about the University of
well,
Central
that's just it.
Florida.
I'd be like, you know what? Then I'm just going to pay 12 million because that's
Yeah.
obviously all you really are looking for.
What if they're from a rival school of
Right.
University of Central Florida and they say, you know what, I'm giving you
I'm out.
$11,999
Yes.
and not a penny
Not
to
a
the
penny.
and I'm going to make a
Right.
donation of $1 million to my alma mater. So they're not the marketeer of the week for their current listing description. That would actually maybe get them to get the marketeer removed from. Yeah.
They'd lose their statue.
They would lose their fake statue.
They'd be banned for 10 years.
Yeah, they'd be banned. Yeah, we're gonna Will Smith. No, this description is not as bad as a slap on the face.
No.
But I think it's a slap to the face of home shoppers. They don't care. You're actually the marketeer of the week because every agent and he references it in the TikTok. Okay.
Yes, that every agent was talking about it, which is exactly
Trevor
what
Brown
you
Realtor
want.
on TikTok. Yeah, he said it was buzzing in the in his market. So every agent knew about this listing. Obviously, all the good agents are going to know about it on the MLS, but now every single agent had awareness, and so
Right.
they could have the potential of bringing a buyer. So
Yep.
I'm sure there was maybe a local write-up. We don't know of one. I'm just assuming there. But you caught some buzz. I think the moves that have been made since might hurt more than help. I don't know that anyone's going to care about the
clearly,
donation.
I mean, it's still on the market, and I mean,
I mean,
Florida's a pretty happening spot, isn't it, down there?
well, this is a $16 million home. So I mean, these don't go like 27 offers for $16 million homes.
No.
But yeah, it has been on a couple weeks now. So if you're interested in that, go check it out. If you're a listener of ours and you can afford to make donations to Central Park, what was it, University of Central Florida? Maybe just slide into Nicole's DM and give her a Venmo or something.
Slide into my DM.
Yeah, remember you were referencing all those
email.
DM slides earlier?
No,
an email.
I got an email. It came in through my email.
How many emails do you have in your inbox right now, by the way?
I took that notification off of my phone.
You can still see it. You can just go in there and it'll tell you.
23,557.
Let me know in the comments if you got that beat. Nicole's got 23,000 emails in her inbox. Surprised she saw that.
557, yeah.
That
And then
realtor
and then I
mag.
got a bunch of texts too. I have 542.
Unread texts?
It's my red bubble. 542.
I wonder who those 542 unanswered texts are from.
Well, no, because it's like showing confirmations.
Oh God, you have those going to your text message? You're insane.
I am insane. Yep. So
I don't ever want to end up in that red bubble of your text.
No, it's a great place
It's
to
all
be.
nonsense.
It's a great place to be.
Not the red bubble. That's the unanswered place. I just call you if you don't answer my text anyway. All right. Enough of that racketeering. Hope everybody had a great week. Love to hear from you guys in the comments. I thought these were 3 interesting
Very interesting.
topics.
Yes.
So love to hear from you guys. Nicole?
Yep.
Have a great
I'll read
week.
your emails. Don't worry. You too. Enjoy your beautiful weather.
Read my text. Keep it real, guys.
See ya.